today's headlines. Vietnam strives for excellence in sports. And later on, Vietnam's GDP growth surpasses target. Good evening and welcome to today's headlines, your go-to bulletin for the most important stories shaping the day. Let's begin with the latest updates. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm attended a Sunday ceremony commemorating Phuoc Long Liberation Day, January the 6th, in Phuoc Long Town, Binh Phuoc Province. Addressing the event, the Party General Secretary said the Phuoc Long victory 50 years ago created a foundation for the party, army and people to reunify the country, steering Vietnam into an era of peace, independence and freedom. Presenting the first-class labor order to Phuoc Long, the party leader said Vietnam would forever honor the heroic martyrs and citizens who fought and sacrificed for national liberation and reunification. Earlier, the party leader offered incense and flowers at the Memorial House for Revolutionary Soldiers at Ba Ra Mountain and the Memorial Temple for Martyrs and Compatriots in Phuoc Long Town. Prime Minister Phie chaired a conference this morning to review foreign affairs achievements in 2024 and outline missions for 2025. The senior government leader praised the sector's achievements and outlined three key expectations, proposing effective strategies in diplomacy, leveraging international agreements for development, and building a skilled diplomatic corps. For 2025, the Prime Minister highlighted 5 key tasks: supporting economic growth of at least 8%, strengthening diplomatic relations, and advancing industries like big data, AI, blockchain, cloud computing, and renewable energy. This afternoon, following Vietnam's victory in the ASEAN Cup 2024, Prime Minister Phie congratulated and rewarded the men's national football team. The government's senior leader emphasized that the achievements were a testament to Vietnam's football progress and a meaningful New Year gift to the country. The football industry should strive for the ASEAN Championship and World Cup qualification. The Prime Minister also sent his best wishes to player Nguyen and other injured players. On behalf of the party and state leader, he presented the team with the first-class labor order and many other awards. Amidst uncertainties in the global economy and political landscape, Vietnam's economy has not only sustained its long-term development trajectory, but also achieved the fastest growth rates in East Asia. According to the General Statistics Office, Vietnam's economy expanded 7.09%, with the country's GDP growth exceeding the initial target set at the beginning of 2024. Now, with this momentum, 2025 is expected to be the year of potential breakthrough for the country's economy.
Vietnam's GDP growth reached 7.09% in 2024, making it one of the high-growth countries in the region and globally.
Vietnam's GDP growth reached 7.9% in 2024, much higher than in 2023. Thus, Vietnam's economy has achieved a significant breakthrough.
Vietnam's outstanding GDP growth demonstrates the country's remarkable resilience despite global uncertainties regarding the economy and political landscape. Due to the devastating impacts of Typhoon Yagi, Vietnam's GDP growth was reduced by 0.82% in the third quarter of 2024. However, in the fourth quarter, Vietnam's economy bounced back to grow remarkably at 7.55%, exceeding the set target for the year. While global investment capital decreased in 2024, Vietnam still attracted large global technology corporations.
Vietnam has had an incredible journey to where it is today in economic development. And as we know, because of open policies, a stable political environment, good investments in, for example, transport, logistics infrastructure and so on, there's been a big push and a big drive for FDI to invest in Vietnam, and also the beginning of a semiconductor industry here. Vietnam has a number of trade partnerships and can look to becoming a trade hub across these different industries.
While Vietnam implemented tax exemptions and reductions for businesses and individuals, estimated at nearly $8 million, the state budget revenue reached an unprecedented milestone in 2024, exceeding $78 billion. In addition, Vietnam's labor productivity has significantly increased.
Petro Vietnam held a ceremony on Monday morning to accelerate the completion of the L Fuanth thermal power plant project in Sóc Trăng. Now, this demonstrates the investors' commitment to completing the project ahead of the schedule outlined in Power Plan 8, approved by the Prime Minister. The power plant has a capacity of 1,200 megawatts, and once completed, will contribute approximately 7 billion kilowatt-hour per year to the national power grid. When operational, the plant will help meet the electricity demands of the national power system and support the socio-economic development of Sóc Trăng province and the Mekong Delta. The plant aims to complete it and goes into operation before 2027. Next, Vietnam successfully performs another challenging lung transplant. New houses for ethnic people in the highlands of Lai Châu. Welcome back to today's headlines. Vietnam has just witnessed another successful lung transplant, a case considered one of the most difficult lung transplants ever recorded. The recipient is a 28-year-old male patient. His own lung has been completely fibrotic within a little over 2 years. The transplant lasted through the night, and doctors had to administer nearly 30 liters of blood. After the surgery, the patient faced further complications, including severe lung swelling and bleeding, and required a ventilator to support his breathing and heart. Now, a month after the transplant, he has almost fully recovered and will soon be discharged from the hospital. On to other news. Lai Châu, a border province in the northwest with over 87% ethnic people, prioritizes poverty reduction and social welfare. In 2024, nearly 1,800 temporary and dilapidated houses were replaced or repaired, improving living conditions for local people. This progress helps Lai Châu meet the government's goal of eliminating such houses by 2025.
Vang Văn Thím has finished the foundations for his new house. With elderly parents and sick children, his income from selling vegetables was just enough to survive, never allowing for a new house. Thanks to local support, a new house is now being built next to their former home.
The government supported me with $500 USD to build a small house. I also borrowed from neighbors.
Lo Văn Thương built their house himself. With $1,500 USD in support, he added nearly $2,000 USD to obtain a solid, spacious home.
Thanks to government support, I now have a new house. I can focus on growing my business.
In 2024, Mường So Commune helped build or repair homes for 43 households, ensuring solid foundations, roofs, and walls with at least 8 square meters per person. They also regularly inspect homes at risk of deteriorating to provide timely support.
We support local businesses and mobilize organizations and donors to ensure households have durable homes for peaceful living and work.
Since 2020, Lai Châu province has eliminated over 5,000 temporary and dilapidated houses with a total support fund of more than $7 million.
Lai Châu set up a steering committee and review teams to survey each village.
Lai Châu still has nearly 3,000 households needing housing, with over 2,200 homes to be built. The province is determined to eliminate temporary and dilapidated homes in 2025.
Now, with free fares in the first month, the number of passengers on Metro Line 1 Bến Thành Suối Tiên in the first 2 weeks reached nearly 300% of the target. The estimated total was over 1.7 million passengers, significantly higher than the 570,000 planned. To manage the surge, Ho Chi Minh City Urban Railway Company No. 1 implemented various measures, such as extending working hours and adding staff during peak times. They also conducted inspections and supervision to ensure passenger safety and order. Operational staff adjusted the flow of passengers in and out of the trains to avoid congestion. Additionally, information system were upgraded to provide accurate and timely updates to passengers. Although there are still more than 3 weeks until the Lunar New Year, flowers and ornamental plants for Tết have been transported to Ho Chi Minh City in large numbers. However, businesses have yet to pick up.
Along Nguyễn Thọ Street in District 7, shops sell numerous kinds of flowers. However, buyers remain scarce.
It is still early. The purchasing power in the lunar calendar will increase after the 15th of the 12th month.
At present, our customers are mainly companies and businesses. Individual buyers have yet to arrive.
Diem pomelo ornamental trees are among the items on early display. For the past month, pomelo trees have been brought to Mai Chi Thọ Street in Thủ Đức City for sale. The prices vary depending on the size and fruit volume for each tree. For example, a big tree with 150 pomelos cost up to 80 million Vietnam dong, or around $3,100 US.
Some customers have placed orders with me since the 9th month of the lunar calendar, and we recently saw some new customers.
More and more ornamental Tết flowers and plants are now being sold in the city. Although the supply is abundant, the market has been relatively quiet. Many people only come to compare prices. However, demand is expected to increase sharply in 10 days when people decorate their houses.
Now let's have a look at the weather forecast. And that's the end of today's headlines. To rewatch our program, you can download VTVgo from App Store or Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel, VTV4Go. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.